Hello there.
Well, hello, troopers, and welcome back to General Cannabis Bunker. For the first time in 2025. Ooh, we are so far in the future. It's kind of funny and a little bit sad how not so futuristic we are. More on that later. But thank you so much for joining us here on this very first episode of The High Ground, episode 95, first episode of 2025. You see how that rhymed? That was kind of good, right? I think so. But I hope that, I hope that all your holidays were awesome. All right. I hope that you guys had an amazing, December since we last talked. That your Christmas was awesome, that Santa was very, very good to you. And I hope that you all had great festivities. You brought in the new year with family, with friends, by yourself, but with peace. It's also important. So, again, I hope that all of y'all had a great, great holiday season. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. I wish you all the absolute best. Many more success, to come your way. Health is very important, physical and mental. And I hope that that your family does great. I hope that you yourself accomplish as much as you intend to, and I hope that pretty much any new endeavor you guys are taking on, I hope that it goes very, very well. So yeah, happy 2025. Here we are, January 2nd. um, I had to go back to work today, which kind of sucked, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It just flat out sucked. At least tomorrow is Friday, so the weekend is here. First weekend of 2025. So let's get out there, make it a good one. I need to clean up the house. All right, we had a bunch of family over through the holidays, which is great. They're not the ones who made the mess. I made the mess. I started, sort of shuffling some of the boxes, for the collection, shuffling some of the stuff in the other rooms. It's not going great. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am not gonna lie to you. It's not going great. I immediately regret, trying to improve upon here, the house. But we already started. It's chaos right now, so might as well try to get it finished. And uh, we are trying to be a little bit more organized. Here in the bunker too, I need to start filling up some displays. I need to open a bunch of stuff that I bought, specifically to be open. I just never did. So I got two bins full of that stuff. I don't know where that's gonna go. Do I look like a man who plans where his collection is gonna go to? No, come on now. um I have been wanting to do what I set out to do with these guys back there, and sort of like rotate them, put different ones up there. But man, I have so many that I would like to display, and I just don't know which ones. um the taking it down, there's not that many of them, if you notice. um so it wouldn't take me too long. It's more of the hassle of taking the other ones out of the boxes, taking these ones down, putting those in boxes, putting the other ones up on the wall. But I kind of owe it to myself, because I did say I was going to do that. That was the whole plan. um and I haven't. So I think right now would be why not, right? Try to get it. Like I said, I'm trying to change also sort of the layout here inside the bunker in terms of where I do, the filming and the stuff that I keep around to do my videos. Um, I have a bunch of stuff here that I don't really use anymore, so it's literally just cluttering whatever little space I do have. So I'm trying to get that out and put stuff that I actually do use or do need, for my videos, and have it more handy or at least a little bit more centralized, more within reach, so I don't have to run around looking for little things like adapters, lights, tripods, that kind of stuff. I kind of want to keep it handy here and be a little bit more efficient with the equipment that I keep around. I still got a bunch of helmets to open. um I think I gotta just hunker down and get those open. I want to film everything, but I'm realizing that it's just not gonna happen. Okay, I'm not gonna get to film every single thing. I do have a lot of stuff to open, so I will be making a few videos, unboxing videos of that, because why not, right? But yeah, plenty of work going on. Like I said, I immediately regret my decision to do any sort of improvement here in the house. Um, but at the same time, I know it's we've been here for over a year here at this house, so it's about time, right? It's about time. And like I said, I do need to be more organized with my collection. It's kind of getting out of hand, to the point where I think I'm gonna start selling, some of it, maybe a lot of it. I don't know. I already have some pieces identified that I do want to sell, just because they're either doubles or just pieces that I picked up, cheaper and things like that. That maybe I don't fully want to keep, here in the collection, or they just don't have a spot for it. So yeah, more on that later. I'll let you guys know what I decide to do. But I will jump into the chat for the very first time here on 2025. Yes, sir. We're in the future, guys. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how not so much in the future we are. For perspective, Pacific Rim, the first one at least, the better one, takes place in 2025. And I don't know about you, but I don't see no Jaegers around. Luckily, I don't see no cow juice around either. So I guess that's, win win, win lose. Not sure. But yeah, guys, so I appreciate you joining us here tonight. Like I said, for the very first time in 2025. Um, Excited for this year. Many awesome things to come. Many great, events that we're going to be part of. Um, who knows what this year will bring, but what we do know, or what we are planning on, I should say, because you never know, right? You can make all the plans in the world, and then the best, what is that phrase, the best laid plans of something about mouses and something else, anyway. But the point is that the stuff that we do have sort of like in our scope is going to be super fun. All right, we're going to be doing a lot of shows this this year, and we're very much looking forward to getting to meet you guys, and hang out, and getting, of course, making some good content for all of y'all. But also, we're here for the community. I think 2024 showed us that we are part of a great community. It was awesome to get to meet many of you for the first time last year. I think last year might have been the year that I met the most people, from our YouTube friends, which was a great experience. Also, I bought a light. Can you see that? It looks good. It's the only thing is that it's battery operated, and I don't think it's gonna last very long. So if that thing shuts down, you know why. But I think it looks good. What do y'all think? Let me know. Okay, so let me jump here into the chat. Once again, I appreciate you, Bunker Bunch, for joining us on this episode 95. Ooh, we're getting close. We are getting close, which kind of sounds like our episode 100 will be somewhere around February, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But our first comment here, we got aboard the Venator. What is going on? Saying heal there. Hello there. We'll take that. All right, Ultracolor in the house. Just got off of Nerd Affiliated to join your live. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to jump onto Nerd Affiliated, and I just ran out of time, so I'm just gonna catch the replay. Our good brother Archer. Hello there, General, says Black Star 9. Dude, by the way, heads up. Nostalgicon for this year for Houston, they're adding some good people for Star Wars, so I'm actually pretty excited about it. They've announced James Arnold Taylor and Ashley Eckstein. So, and they're only starting. All right. So keep an eye on that. I think this year is going to be good for Star Wars fans at Nostalgia Con in Houston. And in theory, we should be around there. We should be involved. Happy New Year, says Blackstar on YouTube, brother. Appreciate you. Marta saying hi, Happy New Year. Likewise, thank you so much for joining. Ultracar says, what did you guys guess for Christmas? For me, I got a ton of Halo, WWE, Marvel Legends, Jurassic World, and dude, I saw your whole post on Instagram. Yeah, man, you did good this Christmas. I didn't get a whole lot. Um, I got I got some cool stuff. That's somewhere around here. I'll show you guys later. I did get that Hallmark ornament for the vintage carded Darth Vader. I love that thing. That thing is super nice. I got some new shoes for Japan, which is important. Comfortable and reliable shoes. Definitely gonna come in handy. And I got a few other things here and there. Um, didn't get a whole lot this year, but hey, I'm not complaining. Ultracross says also the more Jazzwares Halo ODST Troopers along with the Veil versus Promethean Soldier 2-pack. Jazzwares Vault had a New Year sale. Oh, nice. I saw something like that, but man, I from here on, I am on a very strict budget, until Japan, right? Because Japan's gonna be just nuts. So I'm trying to be good. Also, some WWE Elite Feats along with G.I. Joe 50 Gun Ho. Oh, nice from Rogue Toys. Good job. Luis in the house saying, hi, General Kenobi. Happy New Year. Likewise. Yo, Legacy of Nerd in the house. What is going on, brother? Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Ultra Cars is from Nerdzoid. You got Black Series figure, Hunter, and Crosshair. Oh, really? You never got them? Okay. I know they were hard to find, but then they reissued some of them. So they became a little bit easier to grab. Ultra Cars saying I had a Legacy of Nerd. Legacy Nerd saying I had Ultra. Ultra saying I had to clean my closet in the lower section to store my stuff into storage containers, which I place in my closet to make new room. Dude, I feel you. I got a lot of containers. Okay, let me take that back. I got a lot of bins that I'm moving from one storage unit to another, so I can cancel the previous one. This new one is a lot closer to me, so I'll actually be going and getting stuff, or dropping out stuff easier. But man, I every time I got to do that, I realize that I just got too much. I just got way too much. So as I mentioned, that is one of the purposes for this year. We're definitely gonna thin out the collection. We sold some stuff last year, but not nearly as much as I thought I was gonna. This year, I think pretty soon here we're gonna start with some sales. I got one small bin of stuff that I know I want to get rid of. So I'll be posting some stuff on Instagram, stories and stuff. So just stay tuned if you guys are interested in any of that stuff. We'll work it out. Blackstar saying hi to Legacy Nerd. Juan in the house. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you joining, man. Saying hello there. Ultracar says order 118 scale. Oh, nice. ODST helmet. Soon to be made. ODST Annie, Sean Hawkins, and Richard Poncho. Nice. Good job. I'll take some since Blackstar Night. All right, brother. I'll shoot you some stuff. Happy New Year to you all, says Juan. Thank you for that. May the force be with you and you as well. Ultracar says, well, also clear my closet lower section. I went to find some of my old. That is the best. Dude. That is the best. When you find some of your older stuff, that's no better feeling, especially when you rediscover some of the stuff that you haven't seen in a while, and you're like, this is where it is. That actually happened to me a couple months back with that. Right there, that gunship that was actually in a cardboard box inside a bin. So I never saw it. And so I was just taking out trash from the bins and stuff. And I see that. And I'm like, I knew I had that thing. I just couldn't find it. So it's just one of those things. Juan saying, now we know aliens come from the sea. So maybe there are some giant robots on the world. Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good point. Maybe we are getting closer to Pacific Rim. Ultracar says Rinko Kikuchi, better known in Pacific Rim 13, will be turning 44 in 4 days, and she's underrated. She should have been given the lead role for Jurassic World Rebirth instead of Scar. Yeah, you know what? She was pretty good. She was one of the best. Even on the sequel, on the second Pacific Rim, I don't think they used her that well. One of my favorite actors and one of the two actresses I have a massive crush on. The other being Yumiko Shaku. Nice. Creativity from the future saying, Happy New Year, everyone. Appreciate you joining, man. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. So once again, I hope that everybody had a great holiday season. I hope that you guys had a great Christmas. Once again, Happy New Year. Wishing you all the best for 2025. Um, we got we're gonna have a lot going on this year, right? Um, in terms of content and in terms of events. Of course, I'm talking about Star Wars Celebration in Japan, middle of April. Kind of getting nervous now because I don't have everything on lockdown for that, but it's gonna be great. I'm very much looking forward to the trip. It's gonna be quite the experience, and of course, it's gonna be awesome to see some of our friends out there and just get to experience a celebration, outside of the United States for the first time, let alone in Japan. What I am dreading is the amount of money I'm gonna be spending. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be kind of nuts. It's probably gonna be my worst one out of all of them. And 2022 was pretty bad for me because, yeah, I overspent on that one. Not again, not gonna lie, not gonna hold it back. But I am very much looking forward to it. Of course, I'm looking forward for the family to go out there to Japan with me. It's gonna be quite the experience, especially for the kid. I'm very much looking forward to my son experiencing a different country, a very different country, and everything that goes along with it. The culture, the food, the trip itself. The 14-hour flight. That's gonna be a little bit. That's gonna be a bit roughies, but part of the experience again. So very much looking forward to that. Again, kind of nervous just because it's one thing to go to Japan. It's another thing to go to Japan celebration, right? We've done celebration a couple times. We've done bigger cons like that, but never in Japan. So yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to be very, very focused on what I actually want to buy from over there, and because so I don't know if we've discussed this before, but I kind of do love Japan in the sense of their culture. Um, I'm a massive anime fan. I love, you guys know this. I love Gundam, for example. Um, I love Godzilla. You know that. You know that I collect a little bit of both. Very little because again, space limitations. Um, but I also like Bleach, for example. I like Naruto. I was pretty good with Dragon Ball. Who doesn't like Dragon Ball? Macross, etc., etc., etc. I mean, there's plenty to name. So yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of finding some awesome stuff out there that's not necessarily Star Wars. And of course, I want to pick everything up. Um, yeah. Luckily, I'm not so much into models because I suck at making them or putting them together, I should say. So I probably won't pick up any of the Gunpla stuff, any of the um, more intricate models, which most of those you can still order here anyway. But for Star Wars, we do have the Tamashii Nations, we do have the Korobukiyas, which I love their products. Um, there's obviously Bandai, which again Bandai does make it out here, but technically you could get it out there a little bit cheaper. So I don't know. There's just a lot of possibilities, and I'm not even talking about the vintage stuff, right? Which oof, gets again a whole other ballpark. I would love to pick up at least one vintage, Star Wars piece, but I know we're talking about big money, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what comes up. The problem with Celebration is that you will find the stuff. You will find all of that awesome stuff, but it's gonna cost you. And one is because of the item is rare, right? So the price involved with it is already high. But they also pay a lot of money for them to be vendors at Celebration. So there's that added, like celebration tax. So I don't know. We'll see. One thing I'm probably not gonna do a whole lot of, to be honest with you guys, is photo ops and autographs. Um, I'll probably do a few. I'm not saying I'm gonna do any. I'll probably will do a few, but I want to maximize the time at the convention because it's only 3 days. And I know that sounds like a lot, but 3 days for, you know, finding stuff from vendors, going to panels, hanging out, with other content creators and friends. Um, the time flies by, okay? And there's stuff that I want to pick up from the store. There's obviously stuff I want to explore, during the show, not just what I'm trying to say is I don't want to spend a full day just, standing in line. So it's gonna be tricky. So I gotta be very, very conscious of that. So in terms of like autographs and pictures, so far I think Doug Chang, the producer, I think that's gonna be one of the ones that I definitely want to get, just because it's the first time he goes out as a guest, take pictures and give autographs. So I'll probably do that. Aside from that, I don't know. I mean, it's gotta be a big name at this point. Somebody like Natalie Portman, or somebody that hasn't done, a celebration before, hasn't done a convention before. Mark Hamill, I'm good. I did Chicago last year, and that was great. But that checked it off. I don't need to spend another $600 on that. Um, Ewan McGregor, again, he's been here to San Antonio, so I don't need to do that. Hayden, same thing. Rosario, same thing. Natalie Portman, I would do for sure, right? Because she doesn't come out to those things very often. So Natalie, I definitely would shell out money for. I think she's probably top tier in my list of possible guests. But aside from that, a lot of these actors we can kind of catch here in the US, and nothing wrong if you're gonna do that in Japan, but just keep in mind that the Japanese people, right, don't get as many events or as many opportunities to get, these artists or these actors as we do. So they're gonna come out in force for sure. So just kind of keep that in mind. Remember, most celebrations, the lines are huge. They're not very well organized. This is Japan, so I don't know if they're switching companies, to handle the ticket system and the autographs and the photo ops and all that stuff. If it's a Japanese company, odds are they're going to be a lot more organized. But if it's the same people they've used before, I'm not a fan, to be honest. They tend to drop the ball quite a bit. So, so yeah, I think for celebration, so far I don't have that much. Um, how can I say it, in the list in terms of autographs and photo ops. Again, I'm not saying I'm not going to do any, but I'm going to try to keep it a very, very low number, to be honest with y'all. Again, I want to check out the panels. I want to check out the stores. I want to check out the vendors, right? And just hang out, just be out there, hanging out, meeting people. That's kind of what I'm more excited about. But let me jump back here into the chat. Ooh, where am I? Uh, We got Chris from the Man Collect saying, "What's up, everyone? What's going on, brother? Appreciate you joining, man. Thank you." Ultra Carl saying, "Hi to the Man Collects." Black Star 9's like, "Tell me about it. I still don't have my plane tickets." Yeah, dude, I hear you. It's getting close. We got Viper Spit in the house. What's going on, man? Saying, "Happy New Year, everyone. Appreciate you joining, man. Happy New Year to you, too. Much, much success." We got Star Wars Gazer in the house. General Kenobi, how are you, sir? Happy 2025. Right back at you, man. Wishing you all the success and let that collection keep growing, Man collecting, hello again, Ultra. Gotta show the general some love. Hey, I appreciate you guys. I know that you were hanging out, with Archer. I meant to go in, but as soon as I looked up, it was already like 8:30 for some reason. Tim, the time just slips by. Ultracar says February 2024 is the worst time as my old Instagram account got hacked and everything I had in my old Instagram account gone forever. No, man, that sucks. I got depressed for a while throughout the rest of February. Dude, that sucks so much. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. I dread, that happens to me. Yeah, I hear you, man. we put a lot of work into our content, and a lot of these pages have many memories, right? Then that we store there. So I don't even want to think about losing all of that. So I'm sorry that happened to you, man. But I hope that you are being able to rebuild, right? Blackstar9 saying, "Oh yeah, you will find some amazing things in Japan. I'm afraid to find some classic video games or some new electronics, dude. Both classic video games, Japan only stuff. Like the variants. Oh my lord, dude, so much good stuff. Hey, look who it is. Was just singing your praises. Nerd affiliated in the house, saying, 'What's up, everyone? Appreciate you coming in, brother. I'll catch the replay. For your show tonight. I appreciate you joining. Like I said, I meant to go into it, and man, it's just I feel like I blinked and the day was gone. Today was my first day back at work, all right? So that's my excuse. And again, it sucked. I don't like it. I don't like it. I I need the money. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, luckily, not a whole lot of people are back yet this week, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, I guess, but it was still pretty bad. Luckily, tomorrow is Friday, so the weekend is already here. Our first weekend for 2025. So hopefully I'll get some of the stuff accomplished. As I was telling the Bunker Bunch here at the beginning, I started doing a little bit of a reshuffle. Stuff coming out of the storage unit, stuff going into the storage unit, new storage unit, by the way. Stuff being moved, here in the garage. I hate it. All right, I immediately regret my decision to try to improve myself. Nerd saying, "What's up, Mr. Monetize?" Nah, not yet, brother, not yet. So we'll touch on that. Let me jump into it here. Let's see. Can I check here? And well, there's not much to show right now, but um, we did hit our 3,000 hours watch time on December 31st, which is crazy. It just kind of makes kind of makes perfect sense. Uh, but as usual, it's me. So you guys know I can't just have a regular smooth experience, right? So I went in to apply for monetization for the channel. Um, you agree to the terms, and the next thing you gotta activate or make a new AdSense account. And they had my information and everything, so I was like, "Yep, let's do it." Let's that is my name. That's whatever currency, blah blah. And then they're like, "Nope, can't do it. There's a problem. We're deactivating, not deactivating, like freezing, I guess, your account." And I'm like, "All right, so what happened?" And yeah, so long story short, they're like, "We gotta verify it's you. You gotta send us some documents," which I did, that day, December 31st. And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna get this resolved in 48 hours," which was technically like this morning, I guess. Um, Still nothing, but obviously it was a holiday. January 1st, I think officially is the holiday, right? I don't think December 31st is an official federal holiday, so I don't know what Google's policy is on it. So um, yeah, so waiting on that. Hopefully everything gets cleared up and I can continue the process. But yes, officially, no, I'm not monetized. But I do have the hours, and I do want to say thank you to everybody that watched some of those videos. I put out the call for help, in December, and you guys showed up in force, and I really, really do appreciate you, Bunker Bunch, for doing that. Um, I definitely saw it, on the hour, tracker, right? That YouTube gives you. There was definitely a spike, on the days that I asked you guys for a little bit of a push. So I want to say thank you so much to everybody that watched, everybody that put on a playlist, everybody that shared, the request, shared the content. Many of you on your own Instagram, shared our link to YouTube. So thank you for that. You know, that's really the beautiful part about all of this. Don't get me wrong, I said it before. I'm not doing this for the money. I think you guys know that by this point. If I was up, I would at least try to make a good job at it, right? Which obviously I'm not. but we were so close that I'm like, of course I want it, right? I mean, who wouldn't want to, monetize their channel? Again, especially being so close. So we got the hours. So once again, I really appreciate you. Now it's just like I said, it's me. So obviously this can't happen, smoothly. Something has to go wrong. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes. I'm kind of hoping that by tomorrow I hear something at least from them saying yes or no, or we need more info, or just something, right? There's been zero update so far from Google, and again, I know it was the holiday, so it's fine. But I do want to continue the process, obviously, and get that checked off, so we can keep going, right? So that's going to be a little bit of a badge of honor, for the channel. So thanks again for everybody that watched, some of the playlists, that shared the content, that basically gave us that little push we needed to get us over those 3,000 watch hours. So thank you guys for that. In case you guys don't know, it's not that the channel hasn't had 3,000 watch hours. It's that it needs to happen in a 365 window, right? So every day that passes, you lose a year ago, right? I don't know if that makes sense. But what I'm trying to say is you got to cram those watch hours into 1 year. And yeah, it's kind of a lot. Yeah, I know it was a lot easier for many content creators. Not for me. It took me a little while, okay? But again, I really appreciate each and every single one of you, Bunker Bunch, giving us that little push. Now, like I said, it's on Google's hands. Um, Hopefully, we sort this thing out. I don't know what's wrong with my account. I didn't see anything, mismatch or anything like that. I guess it's a precaution thing. I'm hoping it is. I sent the information, so I'm hoping that they're. I'm really hoping that they just say, "Yep, here you go. It is you. It's you own the channel, and we'll keep the process, going." So we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, yes, officially not monetized, not yet, but very, very close. So appreciate you for that. All right, so let me jump back here into the chat. Ultra Carter saying hi to Nerd Affiliated. I know you were just in his channel, so I appreciate you. Ultra says Nerd Affiliated. Black Star and I say Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know, man. I don't know. Samuel L. Jackson doesn't do conventions like that. So I think so. If he comes out to Celebration, I think I would try to get at least a picture. I think with him, picture or not, it would be great. But he probably won't be cheap. So that's I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to be very budget conscious. Because it's one thing. Celebration is one thing, right? Which I know I'm going to spend a lot of money on Star Wars Celebration Japan. But I'm also going to be in Japan for 2 weeks. So that alone, with all the stores they got out there, even if it wasn't Celebration, I was gonna already drop a lot of money. So we'll see. We'll see how we figure it out. Uh, I'm sure they still haven't announced their heaviest hitters. We know that Diego Luna is gonna be out there. I would love to get an autograph with him, but he's starting to do conventions in general. So I think I'll have a shot later on. We'll see. Maybe if it's not that expensive. Niño Grow, ¿cómo estás, hermano? Saludos desde Chile. Feliz Año Nuevo. We got Freeze in the house saying, "What up, Jake? GK." Can't even talk. We will get more celebration announcements soon, for sure. As I was just saying, we're not done with the guest list, not by a long shot. I think some of the people that applied to be on the stage, the podcast stage, have started to hear back. I probably won't get it. But I'm hoping some of of our friends do. So it'll be awesome to see him up there. LGP in the house, greeting masters, happy New Year, brother. Beautiful skeleton episode. Yeah, we'll talk about that. No, but. What? Yeah, bro, come on now. It's me. It can never be easy. Uh, oh, so it's not another. I just need to verify you. Yes, I believe in the force. Yes, sir. Don't we all? They will monetize you. They should. I don't see why not. I mean, I'm the owner and everything. It's just again one of those things, right? As soon as I hit, yeah, this is my information, all that, and they're like, nope, there's a problem. I'm like, come on, man. Hey, what up, cuz? Happy New Year, says the bounty collector. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you joining, Ricky. Thank you so much. 2025 will be an epic year for both of us. Yes, sir, it will be. And I'm looking forward to next time we meet up because look who it is. Got Joy the Padawan Collector. New Year, General. Happy New Year, brother. Happy New Year. I mean, yeah, I got you. I got you. What is going on, Joy? It's so good to see you, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. I hope that you had a great, great Christmas and New Year, man. It's good to see you. Congratulations, a big milestone. Hey, I appreciate that. And like I said, just got a little bit of hiccup. It's just a matter of time, though. So once we get over that, Google says, "Yep, you're good." Then we should be set. So I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, man. I hope everything is going well with you. Um, I see you're going into the vehicles, and that's gonna be quite the trip. I'm looking forward to that. And by the way, guys, if you haven't for some reason, some strange, very strange reason, definitely go check out the Padawan Collector here on YouTube. Amazing Star Wars channel. All right, guys, I've learned so much from him. Um, he does a lot of the vintage stuff. He's basically collecting everything at this point. And so, if you guys have a question, if he's probably done a video on it already on the topic, so make sure that you check that out. Um, Beautiful, beautiful channel, an amazing content creator. Like I said, one of the best out there, honestly, especially within the Star Wars, space. So go check out Joey. He's an amazing person. Amazing member of our community too. And yeah, brother, hope to see you. Maybe ICCC, maybe one of these things. Um, maybe SpaceCon down here in Texas. So it'll be awesome to catch up with you, brother. So thank you so much for coming in. Ultra Carl saying 2025 will be year of WWE, Halo, and Jurassic World. I'm back collecting WWE figures, mainly Elite and Ultimate Editions. 2025 will be my first full year of Jurassic World and Halo. Nice, man. Nice. Going into it. Jurassic World. What is it called? That new movie that's gonna come out this year? I'm so out of it, man. Freezy says, "Do you display your Star Wars autographs?" So, um, yes, but I only got a few on those little plaques that everybody does. I actually like them to autograph the figure, and so for me, I love the toys, right? As you can see. So I do have a section that's just off camera here with a bunch of autograph, figures, action figures that I've had. Um, the next thing that I like to have autograph is my picture with them. So I'll take a photo up with them, and then I like for them to autograph that. To me, that's a neat, 2-for-1 sort of combo. I do like the plaques, and I do have some of them. That's Emily Swallows right there. The armor, I got that 2 years ago now, 2023. And so I do like those because they're portable and because of the way they display. So I think for Japan, I'm going to be doing a bunch of those if I do autographs. But in general, I like for them to autograph, either a vintage collection or a Black Series. Because I like the signatures, the way they look on the card. That's more my preference. But I do display my autos. Cosway in the house saying hello there. Appreciate you coming in, man. Saludos, que fecha en Japón. We are going to be out there in the middle of April. How about Saw Gerrera, Forrest Whitaker? I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, Forrest Whitaker is a great actor just on his own. I love him as Saw Gerrera. He's done a great, great job. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know. That's a good question. I think I think it would not be an automatic yes. I think I would have to see the whole roster of guests first and then decide. Yeah. So if there's like 5 or 6 people that I want to see, probably Forrest Whitaker wouldn't make the cut. If there's only like 2 or 3, then yeah, maybe. I think it's gonna depend, to be honest with you. If I'm being honest, I haven't thought about Forrest Whitaker. Josue saying Happy New Year to old bunker community. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Blaster says they're like the restaurant in his wall by his dining table. Yeah. Dude, whenever you come to San Antonio, we gotta go to Dark Side. Dark Side Pizzeria. So Freezy says Felicity Jones, I hope will be the oh, you know what? That's a good point. That would be a good one. Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything? I mean, maybe she's gonna come out in season 2 of Andor, right? Maybe a little cameo. So maybe this would be a good event for her to be at. You got a good point there, Freezy. You got a good point there. I don't know, Felicity Jones. Yeah, I don't see her that often in conventions, so that's actually I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I think I would go for Felicity Jones, like I said, just because she doesn't come out to conventions that much. But yeah, guys, I'm trying to be very selective on our um, which photo ops, which autographs we end up doing. One, the money, obviously, but the money is actually second place to that. The first thing is the time, just the time that it gets to stand in line for these autographs, for these pictures. It just kind of eats your whole day. And again, this event is only 3 days, so I know that sounds like a lot, but like I said, it's really not. They're gonna fly by super quick. So yeah, so I wanna be efficient with my time. But we'll see. Again, they're definitely not done announcing all of the guests for Star Wars Celebration Japan. So who knows? Maybe they put out a bunch of awesome people, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be there for the photo ops and the autographs. So we'll see. We will see. We're definitely gonna start here in the next couple of months. Seeing the full roster. But let me know. Let me know. First of all, are you guys going to Japan celebration? If so, who are you going? Who's your top name that you want to see there? We've heard some names like Samuel L. Jackson, Forrest Whitaker, Felicity Jones. Like I said, for me, I think top would be um, Natalie Portman. I think that would be top, and I would definitely try to get that. Unfortunately, she doesn't do these very often, so odds are she's gonna sell out like insanely quick. So we're gonna have to be, super, super um, tuned in, for that. Um, from the ones that they have announced, Doc Chang is my number one pick right now. Um, and like I said, it's gonna depend on which other ones sort of pop up from here to when they finish the roster. Um, I would love to get Diego's autographs, which I didn't get when he was here in San Antonio. I did get a picture with him, but just not the autograph. But like I said, since he is doing conventions now, I still have a shot of, it doesn't have to be in celebration, but it would be cool because it would be, for Andor season 2, all that good stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, let me know who is your top pick that you are like, you know what? If they announce that, it's gotta happen. I don't care that I spent the whole day, on their line. I just gotta be, I gotta have it. So let me know. On to a little bit of sad news that I do want to touch on. We had our friend now, and I say friend loosely, of course, Angus McInnes joining the force just before the year was out. December couldn't go out without taking somebody from us. So we did lose our gold leader, from the original Star Wars: A New Hope. I am so glad, guys. I am so happy that I got to hang out with him at ICCC this year. Sorry, last year, 2024, which was in October. So by December he was gone. So 2 months after we hung out, he was gone. So I was pretty bummed, obviously, to learn of his passing. Because man, he was great. He was super happy to be there. You could tell he was having a good time. He had a smile on his face every time you would just walk by, not even stop or buy something from him. Uh, just if anybody would turn around and look at him, he would look up and he would just give you a warm smile. He was hanging out. He was walking, the convention floor. He was going out to the lobby and grabbing snacks and just talking to anybody on the hallway. Um, he was having fun, man. He was having fun, and I loved seeing that. Uh, in one of my videos, I think I caught him because I was in the lobby, I think it was the last day, and he just went by because he was buying a snack. He was buying like some chips or something like that from the vending machines there in the hotel lobby. It was just great, man. I'm super super happy that I got to. I've never met him before. I don't know if I said that. I've never met him before until ICCC this year. So one, I'm very happy that I got to go to ICCC right this year, or again last year. Sorry, I keep saying this year, 2024. And two, I'm so glad that I actually got to take this picture because if I'm being honest, I wasn't going to. He wasn't really in my checklist to call it. But like I said, he was just so inviting. He was just having conversations with everybody. He was great. Um, Elijah, our friend Elijah, uh, 77, sexy Flexly, and myself, we went up to him to just talk. Flex took a plaque, for him to autograph. And man, we were just talking with him for like a solid like 15 minutes, guys. And he was genuinely just having a blast, just talking to us. He wasn't rushing anything. And so once we were done with the conversation, I was like, you know what? I kind of just want something to remember this moment by. So I bought a selfie, which is the one you're seeing here. I don't even remember how much it cost, guys. Now of course I'm regretting not doing. I didn't get his autograph, so now I'm regretting, of course, not doing it. But I'm so glad I did this because, like I said, I wasn't really planning to. It was just kind of an awesome moment that we were having. We were just chatting, we were just hanging out, and I was like, well, let's take a selfie. He's like, yeah, absolutely, and we took this picture, and I'm so grateful that I did. I'm grateful that I took the opportunity to do so because again, not 2 months later, and he's gone. So yeah, guys, take the opportunity if you can, especially with some of these older actors, right? We don't know how long we got him here for. Um, he told us an amazing story, when they were filming New Hope, um, and he doesn't have many lines, but I remember I jumped out of my seat 2016 when I saw him in Rogue One. Uh, as goal leader, I was like, dude, that is perfect that they included him. Um, and he was telling us how he had a little bit of a hard time getting some of his lines out, and how George was just kind of like, you know what, don't worry about it, just keep going. He's like, but I kept sweating, and it just made the whole thing worse. And he was just talking to us, like I said, he was just having fun. And I think pretty much everybody that I know, that I've talked to, that was also at this show at ICCC, felt the same way. They felt that he was having a great time. Um, he was, like I said, he was super inviting. He was super warm. Um, I saw him chat with people, for 10 minutes just on the hallway, guys. So it's not like he was charging them. He was just there to like hang out. And I think a lot of fans, appreciate that. I know I did. And so yeah, I'm glad, like I said, that I got to do this. Very sad to hear about his passing, just because again, it was so close to me meeting him for the first time that I'm like, dude, I just met the guy. What do you mean he's gone? I was looking forward to talking with him more, at whatever next show he was at, to maybe interviewing him right for the channel. Um, anyway, I hope that his family is doing okay with his loss. Um, I'm not sure what the cause of his passing was, but I hope that that he went out peacefully. And so we wish you, Angus, that you rest in peace, that you are now one with the Force, and all we can say is thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for hanging out with us, honestly, and just having fun with the fans that we loved you. We loved your work for so much, for so long. So yeah, I hope that you are doing great wherever you are, Angus. And like I said, it was so awesome to see you. I wish I would have gotten to tell you the story, right, of how the first time we met again, right, whenever we would hang out one more time. But sadly, um, the force called you up before that. So I hope that you're getting some rest, brother, and I hope that you realized how much us fans cared about you. So once again, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for everything. And yeah, guys, all I can say is, you know, um, don't hesitate too much on meeting some of these people, grabbing a picture, grabbing an autograph. We just never know. Let me jump in here. Do, 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 do. I will be there, says Freezy. Nice, dude. Yes, you're gonna be there the whole time, all 3 days. I'm hoping that Ivana and Ahmed Best, I'm pretty sure, to be honest, that's a pretty safe bet. He's been doing a lot of cons lately, so Ahmed Best. And if not, I'll be honest with you, you could probably catch him here in the States. Are you in the States, Freezy? Remind me. Ivana, kind of the same thing, to be honest with you. Especially once we start gearing up for Ahsoka season 2, I think we're gonna see her a lot more. Don't get me wrong, I still that still would be great. And Ahmed Best is great, by the way. We got to meet him here in Rebels Comic Con, and he was awesome. Padawan Collector says, "Rest in peace, Gold Leader." Yeah, yes, sir. Rest in peace. He's the voice we all imitated when we played with our X-wings, dude. Absolutely, just those couple lines, right? I don't know, man. He delivered them so well; they just kind of stuck with you. Award of the Venator says, "So sad we lost him." Yeah, man. Like I said, I was kind of lost for words, because I was like, dude, literally, I just met him 2 months ago. What do you mean he's gone? Hello there, everyone, says OBP. What's going on, brother? Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining, man. We got Robert in the house, Zombie Hunter, saying, hey, guys, Happy New Year, man. I hope that you all had great, great holidays. LGP says, I remember seeing him all over the hotel. Yeah, man, he was just hanging out. He was in the lobby. He was, having dinner. Like I said, I saw him grabbing snacks. I think I put him in one of my last day, I think, videos for ICC. He was just there, just grabbing something from the vending machine. I'm in Canada. Gotcha. I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, Canada's getting some good stuff. But yeah, I think to be honest with you, again, I think Ahmed Best is a pretty safe bet. I think we will see him. Um, and Ivana, I wouldn't be that surprised if she shows up too, just because Ahsoka is still fresh in everybody's mind. They're gearing up for season 2, so yeah, I can see them showing up. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about here. A little bit sad news, right? But something that I do feel we kind of need to remember the man. And again, especially since we met him so not that long ago. Kind of nuts. But let's cover here another thing that's going on, which is called Skeleton Crew. So Skeleton Crew has been hitting pretty much every holiday, right? So the episode 5 came out on Christmas Eve, and episode 6, we just passed, was on December 31st. Um, I know I sound like a broken record, but it's been fun. It's been a fun little show, you know. I haven't dropped my review of episode 6. I'll probably will later on. Um, I just have a hard time recording, when all the family was here. Uh, and I usually record these things at night, and everybody was asleep, and very close here to the bunker, so I didn't want to wake up people middle of the night, for with me recording. So we'll get episode 6 out, but we are going to talk about here Skeleton Crew. A little bit of spoilers. If you haven't seen this week's episode, this is your warning. If you want to exit the stream, that's totally okay. If you just want to hang out and you don't care about spoilers, that's totally okay too. If you don't like Skeleton Crew at all, that's also totally okay. All right. I'm not gonna tell you what you should and shouldn't like. I'm gonna tell you what I like and what I didn't like that much. Um, so the show is down to the last two episodes, right? So episode six, and then we got two more, and then that's it for the show. For the I want to say for the season, to be honest, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a season two. Has anybody heard officially a green light for season two of Skeleton Crew? I kind of feel like right about now we probably will hear um, a renewal from Disney, which kind of makes sense, to be honest. I think it's been a good show in general. I think people have been enjoying it for sure. Um, so actually, December 31st, last day of the year, um, we just started watching it as a family. We just started watching from episode one, and we made it all the way to episode four. So we knocked down four episodes, and my kid is actually liking it, which I'm like, thank you, Skeleton Crew. So my personal view of the show has improved because of that. Because my kid literally, while we were having dinner tonight, asked me if there were more episodes, and I told him, "Yeah, you haven't seen the last two, and then we're gonna get two more, and then that's it." He's like, "Oh, can we watch them tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, we can." And I'll be honest with you guys, he hasn't done that for Star Wars in years, so I'm very much, pleased with the with the effects of Skeleton Crew. Um, okay, so episode six, I did enjoy it. I'm gonna start off saying now that it is different, but I felt that they did a better job at the character development. However, having said that, and again, guys, remember spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Right? We're gonna talk about Skeleton Crew episode six. I I didn't feel that KB being mad at Fern was like organic. I felt that it kind of came out of nowhere because for the past, five episodes previous, she's just been like, "Yeah, for sure. Hey, yeah, we'll do it." And then all of a sudden, she gets like super mad and she's like, "Hey, you don't listen to anybody. Not everybody's like you." Blah blah blah. I'm like, where did that come from? I'm like, I thought that was a little bit forced, if I'm being honest with you guys. So I did bump into that a little bit this episode. Um, I don't know, maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed some of the clues, in the previous episodes. But me personally, I didn't think that was very like obvious that she was unhappy. First of all, KB doesn't even say anything most of the episodes, and all of a sudden she's the one like throwing a fit. I don't know. I thought it was weird. Um, Somebody mentioned, that it was because her stuff was failing, her Augs were failing. I don't buy that much, to be honest with you. That feels more like an excuse, like a cop out. Um, I did liked, how we got sort of because they have mentioned in previous episodes that KB is sick, right? That she needs medication, and that she has a condition. And then this episode, they dialed that up to 11, right? She said it herself, complete system shutdown. She was coming close to that. But again, it was one of those things that I'm like, where did all this come from? It was just from 0 to 100 in like a minute. So I I don't feel that we were very prepared for that, or that we were given a hint that she was that sick. It was all of a sudden, she's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm kind of dying, and you got like 30 seconds to fix me, or I really am gonna pass out." I was like, "What? How is that? Like, where did that come from?" Um, However, having said that, the performance was pretty good. Those kids I think can act pretty solid, if I'm being honest. Um, I liked Wim actually quite a bit in this episode. Um, of course, it was KB's episode. In my opinion, it was it was definitely KB's episode. Her character development, her acting, pretty good. Like I said, she sold me on it. Um, I think she did the best, like I said, with the scene of her like bursting at Fern, which again I didn't quite buy, but it's not because of her acting. It was just kind of like the setting. I'm like, where all of a sudden she just exploded on her. So, I don't know. I bumped into that a little bit. Um, Neil, Neil is Neil. Neil is great. I did love that he's like, hey, I don't got long spider legs like you do. Not everybody can do the same thing. So I thought he was being mean, but in like the nicest way possible still. So I kind of like that. But like I said, KB did a really good job. This episode definitely more character development. Wim, I thought, like I said, I thought that he did a great job. Um, and the pirate thing also, it was definitely not very as prominent as I imagined this episode was going to be. I think we are gonna get a lot more next episode. I'm hoping we do because, like I said, I kind of want to get back into that, pirate thing. Um, a couple of things that stood out to me. One, the kids don't know what X-wings are, and if Atten is part of the Republic, I would think they have like an inkling of what the X-wings are because they're kind of the staple starship, right, for the Republic. Um, that's the bulk of the sector fleets. That's the bulk of the squadrons. So they're pretty well known throughout the galaxy in general. So I thought that was interesting that the kids they got stories about the Jedi, right? But none of them include X-wings. Because trust me, Wim would know what an X-wing is if it was in any of those stories. So I thought that was a little bit weird, a little bit interesting, if you want to call it that. That that they got no clue what an X-wing is. Um, I did like that we saw X-wings, but we knew we were gonna see them at some point because those were in the trailer, right? Um, the but yeah, like the Jot and SM-33 stuff, it was funny, but I kind of wanted a little bit more of that this episode. Um, we definitely didn't get enough pirate action this episode, again, in my opinion. And then there was the trial of John, the trial with Captain Brutus. Um, yeah, I get it. He's a con guy. He knows how to talk. He know how to get out of dicey situations. So I mean, I get it. He convinced them to not execute him, uh, and they want to get to Atten. That's fine. I mean that tracks with his character. Um, but like I said, I wanted to see a little bit more of a pirate action this episode. So KB does have the coordinates for at Atten. Now they got a ship, new ship. Do we want to call it a new ship? It's shiny. It looks nicer. It looks very slick. It's also very convenient that all of the kids were in the part that detaches, right? Not the one that was getting chewed out by that trash compactor, robot. Um, yeah, I thought that was a little bit too convenient, but hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. Um, it looks nice. Like I said, it looks a lot cleaner. It looks faster. For a split second, maybe it's just me, but for a split second, I was like, oh man, is that a U-wing in there? Like, has this whole time it's been a U-wing, with like enhanced armor on it, and then no, right? But still, for a little bit, for a few seconds, I was like, "Is that a U wing? Like they're gonna pop out a U wing out of that thing?" Which in my book, it would have been pretty cool. Let's see. Blackstar says, "My kids are hooked with Skeleton Crew. They keep counting down the days to the next episode." Nice. Yeah, like I said, man, my kid is on it now, so I'm pretty glad it's having that effect. Hey, what is going on, Star Wars gens? Hello there, General Kenobi, my Star Wars peeps. What's going on, brother? Happy New Year, man. I wish you all the best for this 2025. We got the Nerd Squadron in the house. What's going on, Chris? Saying hello there, hermano. Happy New Year, brother. I wish you the absolute best for this 2025. And I hope that your channel keeps blowing up and that lightsaber collection along with it. So appreciate you coming in, man. Hey, what is going on, Natalio? Feliz año nuevo. Muchas gracias por unirte aquí al stream. Les mando un fuerte saludo y un fuerte abrazo. Que estén muy, muy bien. Um, so yeah, Skeleton Crew, we're down to the last 2 episodes. What do y'all think is going to happen? Like I said, for episode 7, I think we kind of have to, honestly, we kind of have to get a lot more pirate action. Um, and then, like I said, the acting on episode 6, I think was pretty solid. I did have, I did have a little bit of a problem um on how, like I said, how KB just kind of exploded out of nowhere. Maybe that was the point. Maybe that's what they're trying to, convey. Also, what's up with the shiny crab? That's immediately where my mind went to, that shiny giant crab from Moana, the first one. I haven't seen the second one. Um, in that uh, junkyard, I guess. And he completely reminded me of that giant crab from Moana, the one that sings literally the song, because I'm shiny, all that stuff. I'm like, dude, I mean, I know it's Disney, but come on, that one was pretty obvious. Except this one wasn't shiny. This one was dirty and full of some Easter eggs from what I saw from StarWars.com earlier today. And there was an R2D2 in there, I think a Millennium Falcon, and there's a few others. But let's see. OBP says the whole ship thing didn't work for me with the way SM33 reacted about the button. Never ever touched. Yeah, you know what? I agree with you because I thought it was more of like a self-destruct type of thing, not so much like a you become lighter, faster, shinier button, right? Like that's not what the whole destruction button, description brings to my mind anyway. Nerdfan says, I just need something to happen in this show. What? What? How dare you, good sir? Are you telling me that little crabs that live inside a stormtrooper helmet and they yell out food and help and other monosyllabic words didn't do it for you in terms of action? I don't know what will then. Nerd Squadron says episode 6 was a lot of fun. Definitely showed us that the kids can act and don't need Jude Law to lead in the acting department. Dude, like I said, that is one thing I will give them kudos on. Their acting on this episode was great, especially as I mentioned, KB was definitely KB's episode, and Wim. They did a good job. It's just the surrounding stuff I did bump into a little bit. LOL says nerd affiliated. I'm just saying, bro. Just saying. I don't know why you're hating on them crabs. Junk crabs. We named them junk crabs. Um. But yeah, I agree. I do need more action for next episode. I need more pirates. I need them to do something in the pirating department. It would be kind of awesome if they actually make it to Atten and they start wreaking havoc, and then the kids get there and they somehow gotta you know maybe convince Jude Law to use his magical Jedi powers, or they gotta bring in some outside help or something. Um, I don't know about the season finale, and I keep calling it a season finale because I'm pretty confident we're gonna get another season. So I don't know if they're planning for that. I don't know that they're gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna leave it in a cliffhanger, or we are gonna sort of wrap it up. I'm leaning more towards a cliffhanger because I think they're confident that they will um, get to tell more stories, right? That they will get to um, do a second season, maybe even a third one. I don't know. I know they've mentioned they got ideas for it, um, but again, I do need to see some conflict. I do need to see the pirates being pirates, and not just against each other. Like I want to see them plunder again. I want to see them get to the nice little Aten community and wreak some havoc. Right? That I think that would be cool to see. Let's see. Neurophilian says, I just think July is kind of pointless to me. They don't like him at this point, and it's not like they've done a lot to win him over. What are you talking about? They gave him a droid, a broken droid with a squirrel for a brain. That's not enough for you? Come on, man. What more do you want? I'm sure there'll be a point where he has a change of heart to save them, but it seems like it would be out of nowhere. You know what I wanted to see on the previous episode, 2 episodes ago now, 2 episodes ago, when when they were at Akron and Jude Law shows up with the EOPs, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I just bought them. I bought them with your money, but I bought them and I saved you." I kinda was half expecting for us to get like a flashback and Jude Law like decimating those other warriors, the opposing tribe. Like he just goes to town on like five or six of them, and the other ones just run out, or the other ones say like, "Please stop! Just what do you want?" And he's like, I want the EOPs, and I want you guys to leave this place, right? Like I wanted for him to, even when he's trying to do good, to go about it in the worst possible way. I was kind of hoping for that. I guess we still could get that, but I would have liked, like for him to be like, "This is how I win the kids over, right? This is how I get them to take me to Atten. I'm gonna play the nice guy and say that I bartered and I bought the EOPs to save you guys. But in reality, I just offed like seven dudes, to get those animals. I don't know. I kind of would have liked that. OBP says, I laugh so hard with Wim's line. What do I always like the bad guys? Yeah, dude, I actually kind of thought that was kind of funny. Like, make him, fun of himself. It's like, what does it say? Why am I always wrong about the good? Who's the good guy? Kind of like that. Rushmore Show in the house. What's going on, man? Ayo Kenobi just got off our live. Yeah, man. How are you guys doing? Happy New Year. Hoping you guys a lot of success for this 2025. Hope y'all are doing great. Nerd Squadron saying Brutus has an interesting look on his face when he saw the lightsaber. Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah, because he grabs it and he's like, huh. He's like, all right. Nerd says, I agree. I want some pirate action. Yeah, man, I want some havoc. I would have loved that flashback, right? To me, that kind of would have made sense, because that would be like, okay. So at that point, he still doesn't have the at coordinates, right? But he knows he's getting close. So he's like, I gotta seal the deal, right? I can't afford not to have these kids take me to the planet. Now that I know that this droid has the coordinates or knows where it is somehow, but he doesn't respond to me. He responds to the kid. So I gotta win the kid over to get access to the droid, which is kind of the way he went about it. So uh, uh as he learns of the situation, then I would have liked to see that, that he's just like, you know what? This is my way in. This is how I come out as the good guy now. I don't know. Nerd affiliated says, once again, you're writing better Star Wars than Disney. I don't know about that. It just kind of makes sense to me. I kind of would have, that's what I was hoping to see. We didn't get it. Um, if I'm being honest, I think it would be weird if we get it at this point. Like you said, what's the point now? I thought, like at the end of that episode, um, SM33, it just tells um, Captain Fern, hey, by the way, this dude just, you know, like eradicated half of the other warriors just to get those EOPs, just to get you guys. I don't know. Even if it was just a piece of dialogue, I think that would have been that would have served the purpose. OBP says it's a kids show though. This is not gonna have too much violence since not too much, but just well, actually, dude, I first the first minute and a half of that show, a freaking dude takes a blast to the eye, like, and you see the burning hole that was there. So I don't know, man. I get it. Um, you don't want to show it every single time. I get that. It's not that kind of show. But again, if you're dealing with pirates, you kind of have to give me a little bit more piratey things. Um, Otherwise, they're just like comic relief, right? And I don't think they're supposed to be, not completely. But like I said, I am hopeful for next episode. I do think we're gonna get some conflict. Next episode we kind of have to. OVP says, although the adult resort has me, yeah, dude, seriously, no, we would have seen a mun butt covered in mud. Maybe, yep, yep, yep. That's a good point. That's a good point. Good point about the eye blast. Yeah, bro, that's one of my favorite scenes now. Um, so yeah, just to wrap it up, it was an okay an okay episode because of the acting. I think we can all kind of agree on that. The kids did a really good job. Uh, the character development was there for KB for sure. For the other ones, debatably. Um, but the acting was definitely there. Like I said, I kind of had a hard time with the with sort of the how we got there, right? How we got to that situation between the girls. Um, I didn't like fully buy it. Um, that they are kids. I get that. So it's not like they have all of their feelings and all of their reasoning, in check. Um, but still, that felt like it was a little bit of a leap, a little bit of a jump that I excuse me, that I couldn't quite follow. Um, and yes, definitely more pirate things. I'm hopeful for episode 7 that it will be all about the pirates, doing pirate stuff. So I think that's why this one was more about the kids. And I agree with you also. That whole don't ever push this button turns out to be, the stuff that saves everybody. I don't know. I don't know if it's a proper description for that button, right? This is the it will save you button, not the hey, don't you ever touch that, button. So um oh, there goes the light. I told you guys. I knew those batteries were gonna run out. We almost made it though, so that's good. Black Serna says, did you see the picture I sent you? I just pulled it up. Let me see. Oh, what is this? Who's this little guy? What? I didn't see that. What is BB-8 doing swimming, you know, amongst a bunch of naked moons in mud? Hey, you know what? Who am I to judge whatever BB-8's previous employment was. That's his business, not mine. I'm not judging. That's just a little funny though. Uh, Not that one. That's the only one I got. Or where did you send it? Was it on Instagram? Was it on Facebook? Um, so yeah. What did you guys think about what do you guys think about the episode? You know, um, I'm hopeful that they'll wrap it up in a better way. Overall, the show has been good for the fandom. Like I said, it got my kid interested, and that is a win in my book. So that's why my view might be a little bit um, more optimistic on the show. So if they give it a second season, I'm kind of all for it, um, because it's been a very very long time, very very long time that since my kid has said that he actually wants to watch some Star Wars. Overall, it's entertaining. Yeah, I agree. I think we're all kind of on the same boat. It's okay to watch. It's not groundbreaking or anything like that. It's just kind of fun, and I think we kind of need it, as a fandom. Let me see here. Um, okay, so do, 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 do. Are you talking about this one, Pablo? Yeah. So that's a moon, right? That's the species of Darplagus. Is that what you mean? Because they're all the same from the banking clan, right? Yes. Yeah. 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 So it's the species, right? The species are the moons. Um, so yeah, we this year, what do we got going on? In a couple of weeks, actually, we might be hitting a convention here in San Antonio, Kawakan, mostly based on anime. We're still waiting to hear on Media Pass on that one. I'll let you guys know. I'll try to give you guys a walkthrough. I've never been to that one, but it's in one of the bigger venues here. So apparently, it's actually a big show. So I'll let you guys know how that one goes. Um, there's also a really good toy show that comes out here in New Braunfels, Texas, but it's the same weekend. So I don't know how we're going to handle that one. I guess it's going to depend how much access we get for CowboCon. But that toy show always brings out really, really good stuff. So I want to go, and at the same time, I don't want to go because I don't want to buy anything anymore. Like I said, not till Japan. But I think we're gonna stop wrapping up here. I would greatly appreciate it if you check us out over on Instagram with our friend Mike the Dad Vader. Also, our main Instagram, general.kenobis.bunker. We're also on Facebook, General Kenobi's Bunker, all one word. We are on TikTok as long as there's a TikTok. I don't even know what's going on with that. Does anybody know? Is it going away for sure? I heard somewhere that they might give it like 6 more months, something like that. Let me know if anybody that actually watches the news more than I do. Does anybody know? Let me know if we're still gonna have a TikTok here in a couple months. But I guess up to as of today, I think we still have a TikTok, which is at general_Kenobis_bunker, and we're also on threads at general.kenobis.bunker. I'll greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button before you exit the stream. Let YouTube know that, hey, hurry up, get my approval ready because we're doing a good job. We're having fun here. Um, I think I'm hopeful that for the next time that we come on a live stream here, we're gonna have super chats available, part of the monetization process. Um, I don't see why we shouldn't, but again, it is me, so with my luck, there probably be some other complication, but we'll see. But I do want to say again, thank you to everybody that pushed us over that little hump that we had. Thank you, Bunker Bunch, for showing your support, for watching, for sharing the content for telling people to just put on a playlist. And we really really appreciate it. Like I said, we definitely saw a jump on the watch hours those last few days of December, and you got us across the 3,000 hour mark. So thank you so much for that. um okay, I think that is gonna do it here for this episode, episode 95. We're getting very close. Wishing you all the absolute best for this new year. We're starting 2025. We got a lot of good things coming our way. Um, I can't wait to see some of y'all again, to hang out with y'all for the first time with some of y'all. Um, to go out there, see some new conventions, get to meet new actors. Obviously, Japan is a big one for this year. So yeah, again, I am very hopeful that this will be an amazing year. I think it will be. And just thank you again for being part of the community. Thank you for reaching out, for saying hi. If you see me out on the show, definitely stop by, say hi. So thank you, everybody. Hope that you had an amazing holiday season. Weekend starts tomorrow, so there you go. First weekend of the year. Let's make it a good one. And again, absolute best wishes for this new year, 2025. Thank you again, Bunker Bunch. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. Great, awesome first weekend of 2025. And let's get it. It's a whole new year. May the force be with y'all.